माननीय सदस्यगण,
महोदय, आज़ादी के बाद पहली बार सहकारिता मंत्रालय का जो गठन हुआ है।
Patil is a second term member of this August House, 2013 to 19 and 2021 till date and further. And had also been a member of Lok Sabha from 1996 to 1998. From that perspective, she belongs to the category of ex-MPs as I belong, who never completed their term. Srimati Patil belongs to a renowned family of freedom fighters. She is granddaughter of late Shri Vishnu Ganesh Pingle, a founding member of Gadar movement, and her father was also a veteran freedom fighter and a member of Central Legislative Assembly in 1937. Her mother was also a freedom fighter. Srimati Rajni Patil is fond of music, theatre and travelling. She is married to Shri Ashok Patil and has two sons, Aditya and Amit, and a daughter, Tejaswini Patil. Honorable members, on my own and your behalf, I wish her a long, healthy and happy life and to be ever blessed in public life. Papers to be laid on the table. Shri Pankaj Chaudhary.
माननीय सभापति जी, मैं आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची में मेरे नाम के सामने मत संख्या 2 पर वर्णित कागजात आपकी अनुमति से सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
डॉक्टर भगवत कराड़।
With your kind permission, I rise to lay the papers mentioned against my name at serial number 3 in the revised list of business for today.
Message from Lok Sabha, Secretary General.
Sir, with your kind permission, I rise to report that the Lok Sabha at its sitting held on 4th December 2023 has agreed without any amendment to the Advocates Amendment Bill 2023, which was passed by the Rajya Sabha at its sitting held on 3rd August 2023.
Report of the Committee on Government Assurances, Dr. M. Thambidurai, Shri M. Mohammad Abdullah.
I rise to present the 77th report in English and Hindi of the Committee on Government Assurance. Thank you, sir.
Honorable members, notice under Rule 267 received from Shri Binoy Vishwam does not merit any admittance. Honorable members, it is not appropriate when a notice has been declined, the same notice is repeated the next day. Matters raised with permission, please. Professor Ram Gopal Yadav request to include a area community in the scheduled caste list of Uttar Pradesh.
धन्यवाद श्रीमान उत्तर प्रदेश में अहेरिया जाति ये दलितों में भी या दलित के समान 1949 से पहले तक गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के उस वक्त के जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी भंडारकर साहब ने एक चिट्ठी लिखी थी राज्य सरकारों को कि 1931 और 1941 के सेंसस में जो जातियां अनुसूचित जात में हैं उनकी सूची भेजी जाए, उन्हीं को अनुसूचित जात में रखा जाएगा। श्रीमान 31 के सेंसस में क्रमांक 26 पर अहेरिया, 27 पर बहेलिया और 28 पर पासी अंकित थे, एक ब्लॉक में रखा गया। 41 में भी क्रमांक 59 पर अहेरिया, 60 पर बहेलिया व 5 अन्य जातियां एक ही ग्रुप में रखी गईं। अज्ञात कारणों से बाद में इसमें से अहेरिया को अलग कर दिया गया, शेष जातियां शेड्यूल कास्ट में अब भी हैं। इस जाति के लोगों ने निरंतर प्रयास किए, लेकिन न संसाधन है न बहुत बड़ी संख्या है, इसलिए इनका किसी ने सुना नहीं। अंत में 16 में उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार के समाज कल्याण के विभाग के प्रमुख सचिव ने एक पत्र लिखा सामाजिक न्याय और अधिकारिता मंत्रालय के लिए यहाँ दिल्ली के लिए, और उन्होंने लिखा कि अहेरिया जाति को उत्तर प्रदेश अनुसूचित जाति की सूची में सम्मिलित किए जाने के संबंध में राज्य सरकार द्वारा अनुसूचित जाति एवं अनुसूचित जनजाति शोध एवं प्रशिक्षण संस्थान उत्तर प्रदेश से अहेरिया जाति का सर्वेक्षण एवं निर्जातीय अध्ययन कराया गया है। संस्थान द्वारा प्रस्तुत की गई अध्ययन आख्या में ये उल्लेख किया गया है कि अहेरिया जाति की सामाजिक, आर्थिक, शैक्षिक एवं धार्मिक स्थिति को देखते हुए इस जाति को अनुसूचित जाति की सूची में सम्मिलित किया जाना उचित है। अहेरिया जाति अनुसूचित जाति की सूची में किए जाने के सभी पात्रताएं एवं अर्हताएं और योग्यताएं रखती है और उत्तर प्रदेश में अनुसूचित जाति घोषित किए जाने के लिए प्रदेश की अनुसूचित जाति की सूची में सम्मिलित किए जाने की संस्तुति की जा रही है। इस अतः अनुरोध है कि कृपया उत्तर प्रदेश में निवास करने वाली अहेरिया जाति को उत्तर प्रदेश की अनुसूचित जाति की सूची में सम्मिलित किए जाने हेतु कृपया आवश्यक कार्रवाई करने का कष्ट करें। श्रीमान, सारे शोध के बाद, सारे पैरामीटर्स को पूरा करने के बाद भी इस उत्तर पत्र के जवाब में ये कहा गया कि ये हैं फॉर्मेलिटीज पूरी नहीं होती। बिना रजिस्ट्रार जनरल ऑफ इंडिया ने बिना किसी तरह का शोध कराए हुए यहाँ से एक चिट्ठी लिख दी। सर, स्थिति ये है
Sri Samirul Islam, concern over delay in disbursement of funds dues to Manrega scheme in West Bengal.
Respected Chairman Sir, the issue of Manrega is not only a union government scheme. It is an act established in 2005. The primary focus of this act is on the improvement of rural livelihoods. For around the last 20 years, the scheme has become the lifeline for marginal people in India, with crores of citizens depending on it as this act in their right. The program contributes to rural infrastructure and assets, indirectly addressing the basic demands and employment needs of a large section of people in rural India. Sir, however, my concern today is Manrega and the neglected faced by the poor people of West Bengal. The budget allocation for Manrega has been reduced to rupees 60,000 crore for the current fiscal year 2023 and 24. Bengal stands out as the only instance where the Union Ministry for Rural Development has completely withheld its allocation since 2021. Sir, the total due towards wages for lakhs of job card holders alone is around rupees 3,500 crore, with a total pending due worth rupees 7,000 crore. These figures highlight the situation where the Union government has not sanctioned even a penny for the poor people of Bengal under the scheme named after our father of the nation in the current fiscal year. Consequently, over 20 lakh people dependent on the rural scheme, also known as the 100-day work scheme, are struggling to access their right to income. Their plight sends an adverse message to society and is breaking the backbone of the rural economy in Bengal. Sir, this matter should be a subject of debate in this House, questioning who has the authority to deprive the poor people of the eastern state of Bengal. Sir, I want to remind you, sir, West Bengal is the state that stood first for multiple time in implication of Manrega. Sir, another significant point is that under Manrega, the government should pay wages to labor within 15 days after the completion of works. Ironically, laborers from Bengal have not received their due even after 2 years. This raises concern about the adherence to the rules and the impact on the life of those dependent on this vital scheme. Thank you, sir.
Dr. John Britta's concern over rising concentration of wealth in the hands of few people in India.
Sir, we are presiding over multiple level of paradox. On the one count, the Constitution talk about exhorting the governments to bring policies to reduce inequalities. On the other count, the policies of the government are instrumental in surging inequalities. So the Oxford report, the survival of the richest, talked about 1% of India owning more than 40% of the total wealth, while the bottom 50% share only 3%. We had a strange phenomena during the COVID season, sir. 84% of the people lost their income or reduced their income drastically, whereas the corporates increased their profits, sir. Sir, the government brought down the corporate tax and thereby enabled the corporates to benefit at least 2 lakh crore per year. Sir, the Oxford report adds that wealth of billionaires surged at an unprecedented rate of 2.5 crore rupees per minute, sir. Sir, yesterday only, the finance minister replied to the Lok Sabha, stated that more than 10 lakh.
We'll keep on tracking the developments that are taking place in the parliament, but with us on the broadcast right now is political analyst Ms. Raj Lakshmi Joshi. Good morning, ma'am, and thank you so much for joining in on NewsX. Ma'am, it is the day 2 of the winter parliament session. What do you make of it? What do you think? What are the bills that are going to be tabled?
Yes, this is a very interesting and a very stormy session, and also this I think is going to be the last session of the parliament before the next upcoming election. So I think in another 15 days up to December 22nd, there will be a lot of interesting and a very crucial and important bills to be passed. And one of them was passed yesterday also, that is the post office bill that was taken up yesterday, and that actually gives the powers to the officials at the post office to intercept whatever they find that may be detrimental to the security of the nation and detrimental to, say, maybe some friendly nations and our relations with some friendly nations, etc. So there are some bills of this sort, and then again there are some bills that actually hope to take away that there are a lot of acts that are actually there right from the British time, so then that decolonization that Modi ji keeps talking about, that is what is the government hopes to be achieving that with the help of some 3 bills. That is, one is the IPC code that Amit Shah ji had spoken about, I think, in the last session also. So by that, actually there are a lot of provisions in the old act which make it something like it is focusing on the punishment, whereas now the focus will be on the on delivering justice. So that so even the name has been changed, I think, to Indian Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita Bill. So that even the name has been changed. So you must have heard Amit Shah ji speaking in the last session of Parliament also. So that is also coming up. And then you have the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Samhita Bill, which will be in the place of the Indian Evidence Act, which was in 1872. So just imagine. So this was it has been long pending, all these bills. So then again there is the Bharatiya Saksha Bill, and that was again for the Bharatiya Saksha Bill will be in place of the Indian Evidence Act, which was in 1872, and then the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Samhita Bill, which will be in place of the Code of Criminal Procedure, that is CRPC 73. So these are some of the key legislations that will be taken up. And like I spoke about the post office bill also. So then, and another very interesting or a very important one is about the case of Mahua Moitra, so which is the cash for query. So that was actually yesterday also there was a huge uproar about the fact that it's strange that anybody could be supporting this kind of a thing, because a legislator is supposed to be representing the people of her constituency and not supposed to be taking cash to be asking questions on the on behalf of some other corporate. So that actually, so the ethic board, they have found it they have the resolution that they have passed is that she needs to be removed from her post. So then that actually is going to be debated very heavily. So all of these things, the ethics committee, they have put across their points, and definitely, they have found it against the interest of the nation that certain members might be into this, because Mahua Moitra has very she has said that there are a lot of members who are doing all these kind of activities. So I think that all of this is very important and very crucial, considering that the security of the nation would be at stake if members keep doing this and they keep sharing these kind of very confidential matters with people, with other corporates who may or may not be doing things in the interest of the nation. So certain things are not just restricted to their own business interests. It is also detrimental to the interests of the security of our country. So all these issues are definitely going to be taken up, and I hope that the other members who are not from the ruling party, they also support, and they also cooperate in the discussions. See, these discussions are very crucial, because then all of these differences can be ironed out, because right now what is there is the proposal. So when these proposals are discussed and debated, and then you come to a proper conclusion, then the entire nation benefits. So if there is anything detrimental to the interests of everybody, then you can put it across, and the government will definitely take note of all of that. Even in the standing committees also the same procedure is followed, but then unfortunately the opposition parties, they may not actually look at it constructively. So when now today also the PM has he has voiced his displeasure at the way in which the opposition is playing divisive politics. Like he's talking about the caste census. He's talking about the way in which the OBC factor was put up, and so all of this goes against the kind of development agenda that the government has. So, you can't keep bringing up certain issues and keep holding the parliament to ransom. So even yesterday they tried to do that. And, right now what the government is saying, or what the rule says, that you are allowed to hold placards in the house, but then you're not allowed to shout slogans or hold the parliament to ransom. So you have seen some very noisy scenes in the last sessions, and you could literally not hear what any of the members were speaking. So I think that that is a very bad precedent for anybody else also who is watching, and that doesn't really call for a healthy debate. So these healthy debates are what actually are, I think, the backbone of our democracy, because you need to hear all sides of whether it may be of the ruling party or the opposition party, whatever their views may be about all these bills, about all these acts. I think that they're very important. Now there will be a lot of different questions also of different members. So all of them need to be answered. So all of this needs proper time, and I think that time, this is something that when they start creating a noise and ruckus in the parliament, they're only taking away that very crucial time that actually is against the interest of the entire country. So I hope that this will not be an extremely stormy session, but a very constructive one, and that something that will lead to progress in the years ahead. So that actually, I think that some of these bills, like I read out, they're something that have been pending right from, say, maybe 1800s. So just imagine that the British, whatever acts they had laid down, we are still following them. And the society has changed, our country has changed, a lot of things have changed. So, definitely you need to be in touch with the times. So right now, all these bills, they have to be updated, they have to be upgraded. So all of that is very important and crucial. And I hope that they get enough time and justice. And a lot of discussions need to be done by both the sides of the house. And definitely, I think that this is, I hope that they don't waste the time of the parliament. And I hope that we see some interesting debates instead, and that things go the way they should.
To the session and the developments that are taking place in the Parliament.
Mic of Honorable Trichu Sivaji, please, it's on now.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, the torrential rains, which is incessant for the past 4 days, has devastated Chennai, Thiruvallur, Shengalpet, Kanjipuram and Ranipet in Tamil Nadu. Sir, such a rain Tamil Nadu has witnessed only half a century before. The Michang cyclone which triggered these rains has now moved to Andhra Pradesh, but the impact is so worse that the people of Tamil Nadu are put to very big hardships. Sir, the roads have become rivers because of the non-stop running waters, and the rivers have become like seas. The Kuvam and Adayar, which used to confluence with the sea, were not able to because sea water was gushing into the river, and all the water bodies are overflowing. Many tanks have been breached. Roads have been damaged to the extreme condition. Everywhere it is eroded because of the running water. However best the infrastructure of a city, sir, the fury of the nature is such hard and much worse that nothing can withstand that. So all the roads have been eroded, and the essential needs of the people were not able to be supplied, though the milk vendors or the medical facilities can move, but the roads were not accessible. And the state government, under the captainship of Mr. M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister, the whole cabinet was on their heels. The corporation officials, workers, doctors, sanitation workers, fire service, rescue team, electricity board, everyone were working in a war-footed manner, sir. And sir, the foremost responsibility of a state government is to safeguard the lives of the people. So as a precautionary measures, electricity was suspended as a temporary measure which saved hundreds of people who would have met with electrocuted accidents. So along with that, essential needs were also supplied by the state government. But the impact is so worse, sir, that it cannot be repaired at the earliest. Sir, now that yesterday the Honorable Home Minister has had a telephonic conversation with the Chief Minister and he has appraised the situation, and now that the state government has requested for an interim relief of 5,000 crores, sir. So I urge the union government, considering the condition of Tamil Nadu and the 5 districts in the capital, kindly release the interim relief of 5,000 crore as an initial interim relief, which would help the state government in their efforts to safeguard the people of Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Tiruchi Sivaji. You have already associated yourself. Yes, you have associated, people said. You have associated, the time is over now. Thank you, people said. Honorable Sri Ajay Pratap Singh ji, issue of distribution in PM Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana.
सभापति महोदय, मैं सदन का ध्यान मिलेट्स की ओर आकर्षित।
For more such videos, Subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.